crime was happening around you, would you make a good witness? Would you even come forward to tell police what you saw? And how good of a witness do you think you'd make? We put ourselves to the test and demonstrate the power of the witness. It should be noted that there are strict security measures in place here at the Fox San Antonio studios to make sure something like what you're about to see never happens. For the sake of this story, we made an exception. It's 1:27 p.m. in the Fox San Antonio newsroom. Reporters, producers, photographers are abuzz and getting ready for an editorial meeting.
Let's see, as far as she's in today.
In just moments, watch carefully on the left hand of the screen what happens when an unassuming person walks into the newsroom. This undercover police officer wearing no ID walks straight to a back room where tens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment is stored.
Up there.
That's the second person that just went to I mean, it's starting to freak me out.
While the group tries to figure it out, Officer Noel Mercado quickly sees a camera and grabs it. Within seconds of coming into the newsroom, he almost makes a clean getaway.
Who are you? Oh, you're an engineer? Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know who you were, and I'm like, who the hell is that walking around? Okay, nice meeting you.
The excuse was enough for Officer Mercado to walk out the door, camera in hand. The entire incident took less than 1 minute, 18 seconds. Although everyone seems startled and still suspicious, the group moves on to the news of the day. After about a half hour later and realizing no one called police, San Antonio police officers Sergeant Javier Salazar and Officer Matt Porter let the crew in on the assignment.
A piece of expensive equipment, an expensive piece of equipment just walked out of your newsroom right in front of you guys. And just want to see what you were able to see, even if it seems like it's a small detail that you think doesn't count for anything.
We asked them to write down what they saw and not share answers. Some are hesitant and think they saw very little.
I listened to the police scanner, so I didn't see a thing.
I'm oblivious. I was just focused on our conversation.
After some prodding, Karen Martinez actually remembered a lot more.
I'd say maybe a gentleman in his late 20s.
Okay.
Hispanic. Had a hat on.
I didn't see. I was working.
But sports anchor Kevin Cuenca wrote down a number of things. The time that he claimed to be an engineer, how tall this man was, his build, and even described a shirt. Yami's questioning, although invasive, may have helped.
She was immediately suspicious, and I thought almost rude in her interrogation of this, our guest, as far as I was concerned. So maybe I need to be more suspicious.
Our promotions producer took a different approach.
Was freaking me out, so I walked out there, and I saw him standing around the corner, so I made sure to get a good look at him.
San Antonio Police Department Sergeant Russ Van Geffen is with the Robbery Task Unit. He knows all about the power of a good witness.
First and foremost is don't be afraid to look and see what's going on. We have to be observant of our surroundings at all times.
But what about confronting suspicious activity? He says it's something they cannot advise, but it is a judgment call.
I've seen in some situations where it accelerates it and it gets the person angry and they now go to doing harm when maybe they wouldn't have. But at the same token, I've seen it where it does pause them long enough and now we get a great look at the person. Maybe our surveillance cameras get good footage of him.
Van Geffen says whether you doubt what you saw or not, the power of a witness can lead to justice.
We could go all day spinning our wheels investigating information that could be accurate, could not be accurate, but a witness comes forward and provides something concrete that we can tie into that case. That's everything for us because that could be that piece that allows us to get that victim justice.
Sylvia Rincon, Fox News First.